Hey friends, welcome to the channel. In this video, I'm gonna share how you should use LinkedIn for job hunting. I will cover how you should start it with LinkedIn and how to set up each section on your LinkedIn profile. And lastly, I will show you what kind of things you need to be aware of before opening your position for job hunting. Let's get started. Here is the LinkedIn. I will use my profile to walk through each section to share how I set up my profile for my job hunting. If you are not quite familiar with LinkedIn, I highly recommend start from the job section. Click on here. Opening job section, there is one really helpful. It's interview prep. On the interview prep, if you LinkedIn left side, it contains most common interview questions. Walk through your questions if you're not familiar, and something about tell me about yourself is a must-have question. And in here, it has some guidance to teach you how to prepare your interview. Also cover some tricky questions like what's your greatest strength? This is okay one, but the next one is quite scary. Is about what's your greatest weakness. You don't want to ruin your whole interview terrible answer. And here it provides a video to share what is a hiring manager are looking for. And check it out if you haven't looked into this page. Now let's back to the profile. I'll walk through the profile from top to the bottom and set up each section one by one. The first impression, the profile is the kind of banner and your avatar and the title. Keep the banner relevant, or even to the nothing here is better than put some non-professional background. Title is your name, next one is your name. It's quite obvious. And title, I usually put what's my current position and what's my ex position. On the right side, like public profile and the URL, it will affect the URL here. If you don't change anything, it will just randomly, it's a very long URL. Click on the link, make a proper URL. You can see here, and you see on the right side, this one here, you can change it to your favorite URL. Most of the time, it's your name. When you share your profile with your link, this is the URL you're gonna use. On the left side, this is how the others look into our profile. You can see here, myself, about, activities, and experience. I recommend to turn off I'd like to turn off the articles and activities since I'm not a content creator in LinkedIn. So when people open my profile, they can see who I am and about myself and my past experience. And if you feel like my education is not related to computer science, usually I can turn it off. Now, when you get the appearance ready, let's back to the profile setup. Profile setup, first thing is about the about section is how people look into us in the first impression. And after reading about, they will decide whether they should rate your experience. Here, I usually highlight what's my current role and what's my experience. This one is kind of framework you can use. Experiment at something, worked for some company and skilled in. You can use this framework. For example, for me, experiment at leading a cross-functional engineering team to build a robust software for customer and clients. And worked for industry-leading consultancy, which linked to my past experience, ThoughtWorks, and Silicon Valley fast-growth startup, which linked to another experience, Cash App in US. Skilled in, and this is my skill, pretty much some flags. And these are top skills you can add it after we add the experience. We can reorder our skills. After we set up the about, then jump to the experience. Experience I set up for each company. And for example, before I joined Canva, and I used to be the lead engineer. Actually, it's a staff engineer, but this staff engineer is kind of the US-based company term. In Australia-based company term, is usually called as a lead engineer. So I put a title aligned with Australia context. The reason is I'm going to look for APAC role, not a US role. So I make it consistent with the market. So when I put here, there's I want to highlight something. Describe our past experience. We'd better follow the structure, the key responsibility to highlight what's our responsibility in this role. enabling, for me, is enabling Cash App onboarding identity verification experience to global customers. That people can get to understand what's the domain area I was focusing on, and leading feature delivery, which involve multi-person and cross-engineer teams effort. And all other things can every engineer do, development and maintain feature mentoring, etc. And the key achievement, the kind of self-review, we can highlight our key achievement to match our role. Another thing is a key project. Key project is one key project I highlight here. Even I did a bunch of other projects, I just want to show my key project most valuable accomplishment. I'm showing the project I described a little bit. The feature is bring new onboarding experience for global customer, collecting customer country of residence upfront, meet compliance requirements in local. The feature requires collaboration across 3 teams and 3 time zones. You can see here I described what it does and also how much effort and what's the impact. The impact is a cross-team impact. It should align the lead engineer role. And for the details of the project here, just use bullet point to describe what I've done. And here there's some common mistakes. Is use I late something, I collaborate something. This usually is a red flag, and people not interested in read this repeating a sentence. So remove I did something, or you did something, or Jen did something, or your name did something. Just keep it simple. Start with the past tense verb. And also attach the text stack at the bottom. When we export a resume, the LinkedIn doesn't export skills in the exported PDF. We have to put in here so that when we export our resume and send to the other system, it can capture our tech stack. And all the other experience, I follow the same pattern. And usually the most recent experience is most important. We focus on here, get it polished. For other experience, I follow the same pattern, key project. And if you have something like consultancy, it really depends. Some people split their experience for different company, for different clients. For me, I squash all the experience in one place and add as key project, project 1, project 2, project 2, and project 1 and project 2. So this is really depends on personal preference. Let's scroll down. If you have any publications, you can attach here as well. And the language, this is not important. At this stage, we already set up the profile. It's better to get people or expertise to review the profile and give it feedback. Something like the career assistant consultancy, you have to pay their service, or your employer, ex-employer, offer the service for you. Ask them for advice and review profile. They will help you to make the profile shiny. Now next is the last step, is how to open for jobs. On our profile page, there is an open button. Finding new job, finding internal role, hiring, and provide services. If you are finding a new job, click finding a new job here. Be aware the title or role you are looking for. Add a few senior software engineer, lead software engineer, staff engineer. You can add title here. And location type, if you are looking remote, you tick on the remote. On-site, you can untick it. So hybrid and the remote, not on-site. And the location on-site is fine because I didn't tick it. And location, those two are not important. Starting date and immediate active writing or flexible, you can do it instead of full time. You can choose everyone can see it or recruiters only. If you apply all LinkedIn members, be aware the LinkedIn will send an open to work tag on your avatar. Everyone will know it. So here there are tips. Be aware of what you are exposing. Choose recruiter only or LinkedIn members. When you click save button, and LinkedIn will prompt you send an activity and a share to your network to say you are opening for work. This post will attract tons of views. You get huge impression, but this is a double-edged sword. If you have a specific goal and want looking for a specific role, I reckon don't do that. because those impressions will introduce noises in your inbox and your network. So if you have role already, don't send us a message. I highly recommend do more research before you open your profile for job hunting. Hopefully this video can help you make your LinkedIn profile more professional and benefit for your next job hunting. Thanks for watching. See you next time.